Hello and welcome to Valley Form for the return of Ladbrokes Friday Night Lights. This week, of course, we celebrate Lunar New Year, brought to you by Alinta Energy. It's always a great night with the various traditional acts, theming and food. Rayman, our Friday Night Lights are about to get a whole lot better.
Absolutely, Benny. Should be a great night at the Valley on Friday. Plenty of action off the track, plenty of action on the track as well. I think it's a really interesting card with a number of interesting races.
You've got an interesting race to start us off with. Race 5 is the award-winning handicap for the Stays. Who gets top billing?
Very tricky race here, Benny, and I've landed on a horse that's only got one win from 15 race starts, Vada Boy. So it's tough to have any real confidence, but this does look like the ideal race here. Was very good last start at Ladbrokes Park Sandown behind Fantasizing, and there's no horse that quality in this field. I think Barrier 6 suits and should get every possible chance in the run here. So the market does suggest this is a very open race, and I completely agree. There are a host of winning chances, but I just think this could be the race for Vadaboy to finally get that second win on the record. In the quaddie, though, I am going fairly wide here. And if there's a few horses at a price here I think can run well and maybe keep us in the quaddie early and throw a bit of value into our quaddie as well. So number two, Toyetics, a big price and can run well. Number 3, Lofty Star. Number 4, Young Hostess. Number 5, Mancho Man. And number 9, Vadaboy.
Race 6 is a That's Better handicap. It's a Class 1 over 1,600 metres. But there look two horses here at the top of the market who are destined for much stronger races than this. I'm going with the Son of Morris. Number 1, Yasuki for Chris Waller and Jai McNeil. He made his debut last start at Sandown, and I thought the win was enormous. As you can see in the replay, he was forced 3 wide the entire journey. Admittedly, it was on a slow tempo, so that helps a little bit, but he still managed to run home in some really steady splits. He ran the 8th fastest last 200 metre section of the entire meeting off a tough run, so that would suggest he's got a fair degree of talent. He now rises to 1,600 metres, which looks ideal. He handled the soft track last start if any rain comes. And I think the only one he has to run down is Shaquant, who will be in front of him in the run. In the quaddie, I think it's as easy as that. Number 1, Yasuki, and number 2, Shaquant.
Race 7, Benny, is the Reliable Service Energy handicap. And we've seen Ladbrokes' own Peter Moody perform very well at the Valley in recent weeks. And I think he's got another really good winning chance here in the form of Mr. I'm a Believer. This horse only had 2 race starts, but both have been excellent. I really like the way he won at Geelong last start. It was the sort of win to me suggests that this horse still has a lot of improvement left in it. And if it can improve, it'll go to a level that's going to be very tough to beat in this field on Friday night. I think the Valley should suit, and there's just no horse in this field that has anywhere near as much upside. So I think Mr. I'm a Believer will be very tough to beat. And I think we can skinny up a little bit here in the quaddie. I think there's 3 key chances in this race. Number 9, Freedom Escape. Number 9, Acquisent. And number 13, Mr. I'm a Believer.
Race 8 is the Sustainable Energy handicap over 1,200 metres to round out the card. And I thought this looked a terrific race for the Kieran Maher and David Eustace trained Holy Mans. At the end of last preparation, this horse was really well back to win the Group 2 Sandown Guineas. And although he could only manage a midfield finish there, I trust that the market thinks he's a pretty good horse, and the 10-week let up in the paddock would have done him a world of good. That was evident when he won his most recent jump out at Cranbourne. It was superb, and I think the fact that Mark Zahra rode him there and sticks here is a real sign of intent from the stable. Hopefully the pair can land in a forward position from Barrier 7, and if they find some cover, I think he'll be very, very hard to hold out. He's also a winner on a wet track on debut, so if the rain does come, he should have no issues handling the cutout. In the quaddie, I'll go with number 1, Elite Icon. He does deserve respect. He goes really well over 1,200 metres here at the Valley. Number 3, Red Phantom, and number 10, Holy Mans. Rayman, your best bet last week was terribly unlucky. Who is it tomorrow night?
We're going in a race 4, Benny, number 2, Mutinous, in the unique race over 888 metres. We don't have a huge amount of 888 metre form to go on, but Mutinous, we know, just loves these short course sprints and looks really well suited here. I think the horse is racing in career best form, drawn ideally here in Barrier 1, will make its own luck right on the speed. It's a clear favourite with Ladbrokes, but I do think it's going to be extremely tough to beat. It's the best bet of the night. Race 4, number 2, Mutinous.
Of course, Mutinous is also leading the Ladbrokes 55-second challenge with a time of 54.93 seconds in Heat 7. So I'm with you there. He does look the best bet of the night. Thank you again for joining us on Valley Form. Enjoy the races tomorrow night, and we'll see you back here next week.